Finland has a long history of bringing high-tech to the high seas. Finnish companies have pioneered many maritime technologies, providing smart, safe and sustainable solutions for challenging conditions. Finland is a global leader in all things Arctic, icebreaker design, polar shipbuilding, shipping, ice technology and fleet operation. We have set the benchmark for effective, environmentally friendly and safe icebreaking. Most of the world's largest luxury cruise ships are designed in Finland, and a large portion of them are also built here. Our luxury is environmentally friendly. Our cruise ships are the greenest and quietest in the world. ABB has literally turned the marine industry around with the powerful electrical propulsion system, developed in collaboration with several stakeholders in the Finnish shipyards. Azipod allows cruise captains to navigate tight spaces in bustling harbours, while enabling safe, efficient and environmentally friendly seafare.
Today's business is green. It's increasingly a question of being capable to do business at all if you can't compete also on environmental side.
Digitalisation is rapidly transforming the maritime and offshore industry. From autonomous ships to new digital services, the latest Finnish innovations are changing the future of seafaring. One Sea is an autonomous maritime ecosystem where autonomous vessels and technologies are put through their paces in real-life conditions.
Autonomous ships will be the largest change in shipping that we will see in our lifetime. It is actually redefining shipping as we see it.
So why Finland? Finland has the perfect conditions for maritime innovations. We have a long tradition and expertise in maritime, high level of digital expertise, a legislation that allows these ideas to come to life, and an innovation environment that favours creative solutions. We believe in world-changing ideas and turning them into global success stories. Finland works for us. Now let it work for you. Business Finland. World Ideas. Finland has a long history of bringing high-tech to the high seas. Finnish companies have pioneered many maritime technologies, providing smart, safe and sustainable solutions for challenging conditions. Finland is a global leader in all things Arctic, icebreaker design, polar shipbuilding, shipping, ice technology and fleet operation. We have set the benchmark for effective, environmentally friendly and safe icebreaking. Most of the world's largest luxury cruise ships are designed in Finland, and a large portion of them are also built here. Our luxury is environmentally friendly. Our cruise ships are the greenest and quietest in the world. ABB has literally turned the marine industry around with a powerful electrical propulsion system, developed in collaboration with several stakeholders in the Finnish shipyards. Azipod allows cruise captains to navigate tight spaces in bustling harbours, while enabling safe, efficient and environmentally friendly seafare.
Today's business is green. It's increasingly a question of being capable to do business at all if you can't compete also on environmental side.
Digitalization is rapidly transforming the maritime and offshore industry. From autonomous ships to new digital services, the latest Finnish innovations are changing the future of seafaring. One Sea is an autonomous maritime ecosystem where autonomous vessels and technologies are put through their paces in real-life conditions.
Autonomous ships will be the largest change in shipping that we will see in our lifetime. It is actually redefining shipping as we see it.
So why Finland? Finland has the perfect conditions for maritime innovations. We have a long tradition and expertise in maritime, high level of digital expertise, a legislation that allows these ideas to come to life, and an innovation environment that favours creative solutions. We believe in world-changing ideas and turning them into global success stories. Finland works for us. Now let it work for you. Business Finland. World Ideas.
Good morning. My name is Bogdan Oldakowski. I'm the CEO of the company Actia Forum. I would like to welcome you all at our webinar dedicated to Polish shipbuilding industry and cooperation with Finland or maybe Finnish technology suppliers for this industry. The webinar is co-organized by Business Finland and my company Actia Forum. We are here in Gdynia, in beautiful city of Gdynia, Maritime city, and we are sitting just in front of the marina, so you could see the calm sea and also beautiful view for yachts over there. As I said, today's webinar is organized by Business Finland and my company Actia Forum, and we do have quite dense program for today. So after introduction, we will hear the voices from industries, from company Christ Shipyard, from Polish Register of Shipping and CTech Engineering. After that, we will have a panel of questions and answers, and then we will hear the presentation from Business Finland. But maybe at the beginning, I would like to say that due to the private reason, Radek Kukula, who is the senior advisor in Business Finland, couldn't be with us. And in fact, Radek was an initiator of this webinar, so this is very unfortunate. But he was he had a real reason, and he had to go back to Warsaw yesterday evening. But I should also say that Radek Kukula is the senior advisor from Business Finland and responsible for connecting the Finnish companies with Polish shipbuilding industry. At the end of the seminar, we will also inform you about the feedback questionnaire that we'll be sending to all participants. But without further delay, I would like to present you our speakers for today. And the panel that we will be having now is dedicated to demand for new technology, sustainable and digitalized solutions for Polish shipbuilding industry. And I think it's a very good setup of speakers from shipyard, from register, and from ship design company. So we'll hear those voices from 3 types of companies. So let me now introduce our first speaker. I would like to introduce to you Mr. Daniel Okruciński, the General Manager, Sales and Business Development Department from company Christ Shipyard, which is in fact not far from this place. So Daniel, please take your time, take your floor or screen, I would say. And I would ask you to have this presentation for about 10 minutes. Please. Are you with us, Daniel? I think we are connecting. Daniel, are you with us? If we have a problem to connect you now, maybe we could go to next speaker and then trying to solve this technical problem. So let me now introduce our next speaker, Wojciech Kozyro, Ship Division Deputy Director and Head of Ship Technical Services from Polish Register of Shipping. And Wojciech, are you with us? I hope.
Yes, I am.
Okay, very good. So, Wojciech, let's go with the presentation. About 10 minutes, please.
Okay, no problem. Good morning to everyone, and thank you for inviting us here. Let me share my screen first. Our slideshow. I think this will be more convenient. Yeah. Just if you could give me short confirmation that everything else okay with the live stream. I have no feedback. Can you just give me confirmation that you can hear me? And
yes, we can. Yes, okay, we can hear you. Yes.
Thank you. So let me start from the beginning. Okay. So, Polski Rejestr Statków, we are ship register, a classification society and an IAX member. Of course, our main area of activity is ships classification. And of course, acting as a RO for the administration. So now we have a number of locations worldwide, most of them in Europe. These are not exhaustive. This is not exhaustive list. This is only sample. We are also present in US, Madrid, and Rotterdam. So we can provide our services worldwide. We are an IAX member, so these are our partners. Yeah, some of them are much bigger than us, so I hope you are familiar with them. We have common rules. We share same principles. So IAX rules are they contain some mandatory requirements which are equally implemented by each society. So we might say that some standards are equally applied. So these are more or less similar in many aspects. We share same procedures. We apply same quality standards, and we are subject to same requirements from the quality perspective. This is a short look at our experience with Finnish companies. Our company is celebrating 85 years from the founding. It was founded 1836, but we are quite long time present also in Finnish market. This is a short overview of the projects we have supervised so far. This is not exhaustive list, just a few samples. Oh, excuse me, the slideshow is too fast to me. These are seagoing ships, not very big, but ordered mainly by the administration, and I'm not sure if all of them were constructed in Työveneoi, but I could bet that most of them have been constructed in this shipyard. What goes inherent with ship supervision is also service. It's obviously certification of the equipment. So we have some recent steel prop certification for Polish for the ships ordered by Polish government. Actually, 2 multi-purpose vessels delivered last years. Also, we have some experience with Wärtsilä. So they were delivering main engines for our also government icebreakers for inland services. So these are samples of our previous engagements with Finnish market. We have some type approvals, and for electronic equipment, this is samples of the equipment delivered to Polish Navy vessels, UPSs, supervised by our surveyors. Although we have no, we can provide services by means of on the basis of contracts with other class societies. So this is also convenient. So there is always company which can act on our behalf if we have some troubles, for example, like COVID issues or other issues. So these days, distance is, although not far, is not a problem. We have also initiated, or I'm sorry for that. This is to speak. Procedures for remote surveys. So this is quite an option which may be helpful in these days. These are some more samples of electronic control modules, supervision by Parker Engine manufacturer in Finland, flexible metal hoses, ATA Gears. ATA Gears is also a subcontractor of German companies manufacturing propellers. So we have a couple of projects supervised with this company, and also Wärtsilä. We have type approvals executed with Wärtsilä, so the history of cooperation is quite long. We can also supervise container constructions. We have all the rules for containers construction, so we can supervise containers based on various standards and also our rules. These are samples for containers delivered to the military. We have surveyed 100,000 containers so far, so this is also quite a big market in which we are active. These are samples of standards which may be applied to containers, but this is always up to decision of the order to specify the relevant standard. So we stick to demands of our clients. Yeah, our main activity, of course, is supervision of new constructions. And this is always mainly the prospective ship owner who chooses the flag. But this pertains not only to the ship construction, this is also to offshore market. I mean, now we have also rules for the rigs construction, also stationary and the module, so we can also be helpful within this range of services as well. So I think I've done it within 10 minutes. Thank you for your attention. Of course, I will stay with you and will be happy to answer additional questions you might have, if any. Thank you.
Thank you, Wojciech, for this presentation, and thank you also for mentioning the number of Finnish companies that you have been working with or certificating some documents. I just wonder if, taking into account your experience, you can point any field or any area of the demand for Polish shipbuilding industry in which the Finnish suppliers can be more active, or what is the demand, what could be a demand from shipbuilding industry here in Poland for Finnish technology suppliers. If you can comment on that, Wojciech.
I mean, definitely high-tech supplies like electronics, UPSs, automation systems. I think Kongsberg is also quite active, and we have worked with them as well. I think they have some sub-suppliers in Finland. This is definitely the field which can be developed more. So this is important that the Finnish market will act proactively, because if they apply for type approval, for example, these manufacturers will be more likely picked up and chosen in the various projects. So if they will act proactively, they will appear on our website as authorized sub-suppliers, authorized manufacturers, and probably design offices in shipyard will tend to choose their equipment or their deliveries more often and more likely. That this is my advice.
Okay, Wojciech, thank you very much, and stay with us. There might be some questions during the Q&A session later on. So thank you also for keeping the time. Thank you for your presentation, and please stay with us until the end of the webinar.
Yes, I will. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Maybe I'll try to invite now Mr. Daniel Okruciński, General Manager from Sales and Business Development Department from Christ Shipyard. And if I can ask Daniel if you are
yes,
here?
I'm online, yeah.
Okay, thank you.
May the first thing, my apology for not being there. I had to step down from the office for the minute, so sorry for that.
No, but you are now here, so it's very good.
Yeah.
So Daniel, please go on with your presentation, and we are looking forward to hear the point of view of the Polish shipyard. So please.
Right, let me start with the screen sharing. Is it on? Can you see the screen?
Yes, it is on.
Okay. Right. Well, shipyard power of experience. The shipyard is having 30 years anniversary. We are well in this place, which we occupy 28 hectares of land of the formal Gdynia shipyard. Christ shipyard is one of the biggest shipyards in Poland, if not the biggest, and in the volume and the area where we work, and as well, we have the biggest dry dock in the area of the Baltic Sea. This screen shows the ownership. We are partly owned by the state, by the investment fund, and the rest still lays in the private hands. We employ around 1,500 to 2,000 workers when we count all the subcontractors and resident contractors. Shipyard is located in Gdynia, as I said, and we are actually in the Gdynia harbor. So the access to the shipyard it's very nice in the sense that the width of the floating ships or structures up to 100 meters can be reached in or out from the yard. This slide will show the specific location of the various halls and fabrication areas, and the most important part of our facility, it's dry dock, which is 380 meter long and 17 meter wide, which is one of the biggest in the Baltic. And we have the gantry, which can lift 1,000 tons at one go. The shipyard is self-sustained when it comes to the operation, meaning that we on our territory, we fabricate, we blast, we paint, we assemble, we do all the work from the beginning till end, including of the design and engineering and research and development when it comes to that. Design and engineering, it's one of the competences we provide to the clients if the client is willing to use our own experience or our own projects. And we depend on the external subcontractors when it comes to that, because there are so many bureaus or offices which provide this kind of services. I mean, design and engineering in our area. So we cooperate with them closely, and three of them are our major suppliers or cooperants. research and development, this is the part of the offer we provide the client if the client is willing to let us to develop the project from the conceptual design to the basic and to the final product. Our experience with Finland, of course, we were building some blocks and sections for the Finnish shipyards, and we cooperate as long as the shipyard exists. For the past 30 years, we've got the experience with the Finnish clients, and so we are present on the Finnish market. And lately, we built one which is this state-of-the-art ferry, Electra, which was awarded with few awards for the design for the new technology use. This is completely hybrid. The hybrid diesel electric. However, diesel is not used normally. This ferry it's running purely on the electrical power, and the diesel it's used just only for the emergency, just in case. She comes to the wharf. She charge the battery, goes out on the electrical power, comes to the other destination. Go to the jetty, charge the batteries, and so she operates. We received also 2 orders for the next ferries or the next generation of the ferries. This is our production 315, which is 104 meter long. The construction started in the October last year. And this is the next ferry 317, which we just started the cutting of the steel. So we are very much involved in not only in the new technology, but also in the close cooperation with the Finnish market when it comes to such. Well, shipyard is well established. As I mentioned, we carry all the certificates required by any classification society or any client, and we are providing very wide services to the clients. Those ferries which I mentioned are not the biggest projects we do. They are very very, how to say, well-established products when it comes to the ferries. However, our shipyard is building also the blocks for the seagoing vessels, for the cruises. We are building we delivered 3 heavy lift jack-up vessels, and we are closely cooperating with other shipyards when it comes to the production of the vessels. If there would be any questions in regards to our production, I'm here to answer the questions. Thank you.
Daniel, thank you very much for your very comprehensive presentation and presenting the point of view from shipyard. Having such an experience, I just wonder if you could point out some area that you think that Finnish suppliers for shipbuilding industry could be maybe more present here in Poland, and where are those opportunities where if you can see not only how you provide your products to Finland, but also how Finnish companies can provide some solutions for you when you're making new buildings. And can you say a few words about that?
Well, yes, when it comes to the Finnish market and Finnish products, we are very well cooperating with Wärtsilä. In the power generation and in the propulsion. They are very much present on the day-to-day basis when it comes to the cooperation with the sub-suppliers. We are not restricting ourselves just only to Wärtsilä. We are outsourcing various products, smaller, bigger packages from the suppliers and sub-suppliers. So as long as the product is good, reliable, accepted by the end user client, we are very open to cooperate with any supplier whatsoever.
I understand. Thank you very much. And maybe one more question, because you are presenting these ferries that you are constructing for Finnish ship owners. And when it comes to the suppliers for these new buildings, who is really deciding what kind of solutions are there? Do you have it a ready design from Finnish side, or are you free to make your own solutions?
The clients always comes with their own vision of the project. So they are looking at the operational point of view, and they are telling us how the vessel should work, what it should be there, and we have to provide the client with the vendor list. And the vendor list is being approved by the client. We create approved vendor list. Then from there, we are choosing the vendors. We are selecting the sub-suppliers based on the price, based on the competence, and based on the, of course, on the approvals. So clients may have very much something to say in our selections. We are not free to select anybody we would like, and that's very common in this kind of operation, because the client eventually they will be operating it, and so it's not only the supply, it's only long-term operation, spare parts, availability of the services, or the clients wants to have the product, for example, gensets, or propulsion, which they have already on the other vessels, and they are building the network of the services by themselves. So from that perspective, we are not, we never been free to choose what we would like to provide for that very vessel or the other.
Okay, I think we have one question, a quick one to you from the audience. What else do you have in your order book? If you can say a few words about your order book.
Well, we have blocks and sections. We have mega blocks for the ferries. We are working currently on the heavy lift jack-up vessels for one respective client. So our order book for this year and for the next year, it's well secured, I may say. So up to the extent that one of the clients which wanted to contract the vessel ask us not to talk to anybody else who may interfere with their production. And you know that normally the discussion about the project or negotiations takes a year and a half, sometimes 2 years. The project comes and goes. It depends on the demand. So this is very flexible market when I look at it.
Okay, thank you very much, Daniel. And I have a question to you to stay with us until the end of the webinar, because we are expecting that there could be some more questions during the question and answer session after this panel. So please stay with us.
Sure. Right.
But for time being, thank you very much for this presentation. May I now go to our next speaker, Mr. Adam Schlipi, who is the CEO of the company CTech Engineering. And I think I have already seen logo of CTEC Engineering in one of the creased slides. So I think it was a nice introduction also to your company. But I'm sure, Adam, that you will present shortly your company as well. So please take your time, take your screen now, and please do it within 10 minutes. Please.
Good morning, everybody. Do you hear me?
Yes. Good morning.
Yeah, okay. My presentation is online also. May I hear your confirmation? I hope yes.
Yes.
Okay. I hope it will be possible to close over 15 years of cooperation between CTEC Engineering and Finnish market in 10 minutes. So let's start shortly with our history. CTEC Engineering is a ship design company which was established in 2003 as a part of Group Piriou, which is international shipbuilding group located, head office is located in France. The group has two shipyards in France, two shipyards in Vietnam, Nigeria, Algeria, representatives in Singapore and Dubai. We closely cooperated with the group as a member, but after 15 years of being inside, after management buyout, we became fully independent company. That was a kind of, the reason was that we was closely cooperating also with different markets like Finland, like Scandinavian, other countries, Norway, Germany, or Netherlands. So that was a kind of natural solution. So we are concentrating on services, design services, like full scope of ship designing, from concept designs, class approval documentation, detailed design, which we call it also workshop documentation, as built, and shipyard supervision. We also make retrofits projects, starting from 3D laser scanning, inspection, feasibility studies, up to final detailed design. Actually, we have over 50 engineers, which are divided in 3 locations. Main office in Gdańsk, second office supporting is in Szczecin, and the newest one, which is located in Rumia, is fully concentrated only on LNG and energy industry. During I think 17 or even 18 years of cooperation of existing CTEC, we have occasion for cooperation with various Finnish companies like Helsinki Shipyard, biggest yard in Finland, Meyer-Turku, 4-ship designing company, Lamor, producer of equipment for oil recovery, Napa, which is a producer of software, Aker Arctic designing company, and shipyard for icebreakers, Elomatic designing companies, Cadmatic producer of software, Europlan and Hermans, which are producers of accommodations for big cruisers. Additionally, we can add Wärtsilä as a group. However, originally it is Finnish. However, we have occasion mostly to cooperate with Norwegian subsidiaries of or companies from Wärtsilä Group, and also Delta Marine, which we cooperate very closely, but rather with Polish subsidiary. Basing on this long cooperation, I will present two projects very shortly. 2 projects which looks very similar as organization, but for us was completely 2 different points of view for approaches and challenges to design and to cooperation. First project is like you see in the shadow. It's ship supply ship for French Institute for French Arctic Institute. In this cooperation, we had occasion to cooperate on Aker Arctic, which was producer of initial design. We used Cadmatic software, which we use for our daily basis. This software we use from 2007. And two shipyards, Pirio shipyard and Christ. So in this cooperation, using CTEC was designing, developing the project, which was initiated by Aker Arctic. It was tested on a model in Finland, a model test tank in Finland. We used Cadmatic as a software, which we are very experienced, and it was quite easy for us to develop digitalized solutions for databases, for preparing all the documentation needed for Chris shipyard, which was main builder of this ship. And after that, this ship was equipped in France. So we developed full 3D model of entire vessel with equipment, with piping, with entire structure, with calculations, etc., which was after that dedicated for using in two different shipyards in Poland, in Christ, and also in France, in Pirio. So, however, using a Cadmatic's software, it's quite natural for us, and we develop all the databases, and we know it from the bottom to the top, and it makes a very fluent cooperation, and I think that was, we can say, easy project. The second one is a little bit different, mainly due to the different software which we use, a little bit different organization structure which we have in on this project, and different repartition of responsibilities during the process of design. For this project, we have also two shipyards, Christ and Helsinki shipyard, which Chris is preparing the entire hull structure, and after that implement some outfitting. We use on this project Aveva, which is British made, we can say, even global, also producer of software, of digitalized solutions for shipyards, for design offices, etc. CTEC here is responsible for development of 4,000 tons of hull structure. On this project, we are not responsible for developing a database, preparing the standards for the softwares which we implement. We also have in this cooperation Elomatic, the Finnish company developing the ship designing company. However, in comparison to previous project, Elomatic is CTEC subcontractor. So this is a little bit different story when CTEC in the past usually was the subcontractor of the Finnish company. In this particular project, we have a little bit rotated responsibilities. So we are the contractor of the Christ. We are main contractor is Helsinki shipyard. Helsinki shipyard is contractor for Christ. Chris is for CTEC, and CTEC is for Elomatic. So we start from Finnish shipyard, and we start from Finnish shipyard, and we finish with Finnish ship design company in chain of information. So this project make completely different challenges. It's new software, maybe not new, but a little bit different software than we use for daily business as a Cadmatic, and we are not responsible for preparing the databases, and entirely, we have much more difficult cooperation, which we have to provide much more meetings, online meetings every week. We have twice a week. We have meetings with Helsinki, Christ, Elomatic, and us to solve the challenges. So. Similar approach, but completely different challenges for ship designing companies. Regarding to sum up our cooperation between Poland and between CTEC and Finnish market, I can say that main advantages for that cooperation is that Polish engineers are well adjusted for Finnish needs of shipyards, of design offices, which we cooperate. We use the same tools. We know each other. Our cooperation between these companies is very long, and it's quite historical. Regarding main challenges, or what we would like to change to speed up a little bit entire process of preparation of documentation, is sharing more responsibility and more confidence from our Finnish colleagues to us, because it would make much more easier cooperation, and a little bit more equilibrated approach, because we have approach to work, because I think we as a Polish people, we are a little bit more focused on work. We are very focused on deadlines, etc. I think maybe we are too strict sometimes, and I think in opposite side is Finnish approach, which Finnish people, I think, have more fun from the work, and like profits, holiday time, etc., with long holidays which approaching in next weeks. So this is, let's say, all the things. Last picture, cooperation with Lamor, producer of Finnish oil recovery equipment, for which we together we joined forces for tender for Kuwait oil company tender. So thank you very much for your attention. I hope that I not take too much time.
No, this is perfectly on time, Adam. So thank you. Thank you also for pointing at the end maybe some cultural difference between Polish people and Finnish people, and I agree that Finnish people maybe are more relaxed when they work.
That's perfect word, relax.
Yes, well, I think international rankings says that the Finnish people are the most happiest people in the world. So I think we also have to take this into account.
We live in Gdynia. Gdynia is also the place where the happiest people in Poland live, so we are maybe not so far.
Yes, so Finnish people can come to Gdynia and enjoy this nice view that we can see up there. Okay, Adam, thank you for that. But maybe I have one quick question to you, because you're representing ship designing company, and we know that there are a number of ship design companies place here in 3 cities, in Gdańsk, Gdynia, and just to mention Delta Marine, the Finnish one, but also Damen is having a big office here. Also Remontowa.
Damen is not Finnish, but Dutch.
Yeah, I know, but I'm not talking only about
okay.
Finnish. I'm talking about all. It's a quite, I would say, a big cluster of ship design companies here in Poland. I think we have tried to calculate the engineers that work for these companies, and we ended at the level of 2,000 of engineers working for all ship design companies. So I have a question to you, because Finland is known as the suppliers of software for ship designers. And what is your experience? Do you see that all these ship design companies are using Finnish software? And do you see any further cooperation between ship design companies in Poland and the Finnish suppliers?
So I can say that some years ago, each designing company like CTEC, like Delta Marine, we were rather focused on one software for main software for using in the company. Now software starts to be only a kind of the tool, and we are trying to adjust to needs of the client, and we are forced to using nearly every software which is available on the market. However, in Poland, among Polish ship designing companies, the most popular is Kadmatic, in fact, and it's the biggest source of NUPAS Kadmatic resources here in Gdańsk and Gdynia. So regarding opportunities, of course, there are also some always some capacities when or places where it's possible to deliver software. But it's now difficult to say who uses what kind of software, because, as I mentioned, most of us as companies uses everything what is needed now in the market.
Okay, thank you very much. This ends the presentations from our 3 speakers. Now we have some time for questions and answers. I think I have one question, which is about, maybe I'll start with another one. It's a question to Mr. Okruciński. Could you please say a few words on what type of new or existing technologies do you see as areas where you could see more cooperation between Finland and Poland? It's quite long, so maybe I'll repeat. Could you please say a few words on what type of new or existing technologies do you see as areas where you could see more cooperation between Finland and Poland? So please.
Yep. We are actually cooperating very closely with Wärtsilä when it comes to the new technology. We are working on the diesel electric system, whereby the power generation it's in DC. So the power generation is actually on the 690 volt, and it goes to the switchboard with DC, and from DC it's inverted to the through the RFDs. It's inverted to power the propulsion. And we are working very closely with Wärtsilä on this project. And it's kind of innovation on the big scale, because small scale projects like those ferries, which I've been showing, they are actually in operation. But when it comes to the bigger vessels, this is still something new, and we are replacing with that few engines, few generators with the batteries. And we are peak shaving the energy from the vessel, and we are providing few more options to go green, like zero emission at harbor when the engines generators are stopped, and we are working just only on the energy stored in the batteries. So yes, we do cooperate quite closely in development of new technologies, and something what is what will be very soon standard for the vessels, probably.
Thank you very much. Thank you. I have another question. We are all aware about COVID pandemic. That's I think most popular words in last months. And I have a question. What about the COVID impact on design of ship constructions? Because I know that, especially for passenger ships, there are some requirements from ship owners to install some equipment, some facilities for disinfection, for example. So, do you see any impact of COVID on ship design and ship constructions? So, well, maybe I can ask also Wojciech from Polish Register of Shipping, if you see any impact of also when you do certification of ships. Wojciech, are you with us?
Yes. Till now, there is no, I would say, standardized approach to that problem. I mean, there are some guidelines from the European Union which needs to be followed, but since now we have not developed any standards which can be considered as equal to rules or something at this level. But of course, the guidelines are being developed. Ajax is working on a common standard and approach to remote inspections. But till now, to my best knowledge, no common approach to this problem has been agreed at an international level. But of course, some discussions are being carried out for sure, and we may probably expect some development in this area shortly as well.
Okay, thank you, Wojciech. And maybe the same question goes to Daniel. You are constructing these ferries for Finnish ship owners. Do you see any requirements from ship owner to install some special facilities?
Not at the moment. We don't see it coming, and when it comes to COVID in general in the shipbuilding, we are building the blocks and mega blocks for the passenger vessels. We've seen just slowing down of the orders or receipt of the orders, and we haven't seen any cancellations. So it seems that this has not been taken into account yet.
Okay, thank you very much. Adam, do you have anything to say when it comes to that question?
No. As my friend said, nothing like that. But we can say that maybe in future, instead of water ballast treatment, it will be COVID passenger treatment units. So we can't predict it.
Yeah, thank you. I have one question from audience, and the question is rather to Christ Shipyard again. Do you have plans to start any more projects in cooperation with Finnish shipyards in the near future? Is the pandemic still having an impact on these plans? I think it was already tackled a bit, but maybe I'll start with Daniel again. So any common projects in near future between Finland and Poland?
Well, we would be glad to see those coming. As I said, we normally work on the long schedule, so nobody is making the decision, the FID, financial investment decision, very fast. However, there are projects when we are talking to the clients, and before they will finalize, we are still bound with the non-disclosure agreements, and we can't talk about it until it's officially announced. So this is definitely a work in progress when it comes to that.
Okay, and maybe that question goes also to Adam. I think you showed a very nice chain. So the contract started from Helsinki shipyard, and at the end it was also Finnish suppliers, but in between there were two Polish companies, Chris and CTEC Engineering. So Adam, do you see any chance for next projects on your side between Finland and Poland?
Yes. I can't say nothing about details because now NDAs are very strict, but we are discussing about two projects. Frankly speaking, with completely different organization structure than I show here on these pictures, where we are in fact the final subcontractor. So yes, but I can confirm that we are quite close.
Okay, I have another questions. Do either Polish or Finnish shipyards have any plans to reduce air emissions, air pollution and greenhouse gas emissions from shipyards? I repeat, do either Polish or Finnish shipyards have any plans to reduce air emissions, air pollution and greenhouse gas emissions from shipyards? We don't have Finnish shipyards with us as a speaker, so the same questions, the questions should go to Chris again. Please, Daniel.
Okay, yes, I may say that yes, we do have the plans, and we are working on it very closely with the owners which want to, well, build the heavy lift jackup vessel to develop those 11 fields of the offshore wind farms in Poland. We are just only waiting for someone to place the order and start building the vessel for the installation of those farms. Out of 11 licenses, 9 is being already in the hands of the operators for a very long time. And we know that this what will be produced on the offshore wind farms will be equal to Bełchatów at any given point of time. So if we will build the vessel to put up the farms, then we will contribute very much to the green energy, because we are consuming energy, we are building the ships using the energy, and energy is the biggest consumer of ours. So we would like to use it not from coal, but from the green energy.
Thank you very much. And maybe in this area, I have another questions, maybe the final one, just to hear your point of view. We all know that there is a strong pressure now from policymakers and regulators to limit the emissions of CO2 or greenhouse gas emissions. And of course, it will have a tremendous impact on shipbuilding industries. So, we talk about new zero emissions fuels like hydrogen, methanol, ammonium, and also LNG is seen as the transition fuel. So, my question is how all this development regulations will be having the impact on shipbuilding industry. What do you expect in next 10 years or 20 years when it comes to this pressure from regulators and policymakers? And of course, we also hear from IMO that they have made another attempts to reduce emissions from shipping. So there's a lot of development in this respect. So maybe I could start with Adam as a design company. So what do you expect from all this development on design and shipbuilding industry? Adam.
So this is quite now not natural. Actually, most of our projects which we develop are already LNG ready, LNG hybrid propulsion. We develop projects with pure hydrogen now. In fact, it will be a natural change which will last, as you mentioned, something like 10 years. And in my opinion, in next 5 years, no design will be just for pure diesel oil or something like that, because we see that the change is now, and it is necessary and obligated.
Thank you. The same question goes to Wojciech. What do you expect from all this development on your work as a registry?
Yeah, from the ship's register, of course, we closely monitor the development, which is being done within this field. I mean, seeking for alternative fuels. As we all know, the bar has been set very high by international regulators, not only IMO, but the whole European Green Deal and all the pressure worldwide to reduce the CO2 emission. So from our perspective, we should make sure that we will be ready to provide certification to various developments which are carried out and which will come in the future, and to develop relevant safety standards and certification programs. Yeah, that's our goal, that's our challenge, I would say.
Thank you. And Daniel, what will be changed in shipyards when it comes to this new fuels, zero emission and all that?
Yes,
Daniel?
we are working actually on few projects, and we are trying to introduce the green solutions to those projects. As I said, one of them is zero emission at harbor, and this is what we are providing for the heavy lift jack-up vessel, which when it comes to the harbor, it will be running just only on the energy stored or recuperated during the operation. So this is one of the projects which we introduced, and we are very proud to be part of it. When it comes to the execution, of course, we are waiting for the contract to be signed. The other project, together with CTEC, together with Adam and his team, we've been working on something very green for the harbor. So Port of Authority, it's providing the facility while the vessels are berthing. So when this ferry or passenger vessel is coming to the wharf, they are running the generators, and you can see that thick smoke coming out of the chimney, out of the funnels, and we had this kind of opportunity to offer to the harbor the option for cold ironing. How it works? When the vessel arrives to the harbor, such like Gdynia or Gdańsk, they have to switch off all the engines, and the harbor is providing them with the power. And the power is produced by the LNG. So the generators on the barge are moored in the harbor, and there is a storage for the LNG, and this is cleaner, definitely cleaner than running on the heavy fuel in the harbor. So if this kind of approach will be introduced soon, we are ready to support this kind of projects, and we have ready solution together with CTEC.
Okay, thank you very much. Well, we are having more questions, but we are also running out of time. But maybe I would ask the final one to all of you. So the question is, what, in your opinion, should change on the Polish and Finnish side to improve and increase cooperation with Finnish companies? What, in your opinion, should change on the Polish and Finnish side to improve and increase cooperation with Finnish companies? So may I ask now Adam to respond to that question? We have already tackled that, but maybe just a short comment from your side.
Yes, I a little bit touched this item at the end of my presentation. I think a little bit different, a little bit bigger confidence to us, and treat us more like equivalent partners. It's general, not only to Finnish companies, but most European, West European and Scandinavian companies. This is the same issue which we could mark as a place to improve.
Thank you. Wojciech, any comments from your side, how to increase the cooperation between Finnish and Polish companies in this sector?
Yeah, of course. So I can only invite prospective Finnish ship owners to use Polski Rejestr Statków as a main class society for their new buildings. Our rules are quite mature, I would say, as we have quite a long history behind us. So we are IAX member. We provide equivalent safety standards as other bigger players on the market. So I can only invite to be more proactive and to trust us. Thank you.
Hello. I think it's already solved. So, Daniel, are you with us?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
Okay. Well, from our side, you know, the position of the shipyard, we are the service provider. So we answer to every call from the client. So we are building whatever clients desire. We are building to their standards. We are building to their specifications. We are providing the full package: EPCC, engineering, procurement, construction, commissioning. So we are open to any cooperation whatsoever. And of course, we are very much dependent on the orders, on the future orders to come. Whether the fleet will be renewed in Finland, or there will be any other orders or demands coming from the clients, from the operators. So we are here in Gdynia, just very close to Finland, and we are waiting for their orders.
Okay, thank you very much. And I think that there was some short question, which is to Christ. Is Christ open for a visit from Finland? Is Christ open for a visit from Finland?
Well, because of the COVID, we were close for quite some time when it comes to the, shaking of hands. But now, as we are open, we are free to travel. We are free to receive the clients. So if anybody would like to come and visit our shipyard, do the audit or see how we work, what we do, how we do it, we are, everybody is very welcome, and will take any visitor with open hands.
Thank you very much. And I think the same goes also for other companies from CITEC and from Polish Register of Shipping. So anybody from Finland, from Finnish shipbuilding or ship suppliers are very welcome to visit here in Poland those companies. Well, I think we have to finish this question and answer session. So once again, thank you very much to Daniel, Wojciech and Adam for your presence and for your availability. And I think the presentations, also the questions were very good, and I hope the Finnish partners could hear and learn how Polish companies have been working. I think the word trust, confidence was mentioned also here. So this is also important to underline that Polish companies are trustful and open and having a high quality standard and high quality professional people to cooperate with Finnish industry. Thank you again. Thank you for being with us. This is not the end. I would like to now ask Katja Eriksen, Senior Advisor, Global Opportunity Leader for Maritime Sector at Business Finland, to have the final presentation from Business Finland. I hope Katja is with us, and Katja is, as far as I know, based in Norway, if I'm right.
That is correct. So, can you see and hear me well?
Yes, Katja. So please, the final words from your side, final presentation.
Thank you. I would just like you to confirm first that you can see my presentation.
Yes, we can see it.
Thank you very much. And as said, I'm based in Norway, but I am a Finn, and therefore also very happy to be here today. As was mentioned, we are happy people. And I'd like to thank you, Aktia Forum, and our excellent speakers from Christ, PRS and CTEC for this excellent presentations and very interesting content I've been following with great interest. Now, a few final words, 5 minutes of fame between your efficient working day and me. I'd like to tell you a few words about Business Finland, who is co-organizing this event with Aktia Forum, and how we could be helpful when bridging cooperation between Poland and Finland. So, aiming to tell you what Business Finland is, and also how you, as either a Finnish company or a Polish company, could benefit from our free services. So Business Finland is a governmental body in Finland, mostly known for the innovation funding, and now lately also for the Corona aid funding that we have been granting for companies. But at this context of today, mainly our role is the promotion of Finnish innovations and export, but as importantly, the attracting both tourism and investments to Finland, and facilitation of the cooperation between our country and, in this case, with you in Poland. So, a few words for you, our Polish audience. In case you are considering Finland as a market, I would warmly advise you to contact us, for example, to find good networks, good innovation clusters and possibilities, to look at finding a local partner. We are also helping companies with, for example, location management, and we can guide you on different market entry alternatives in Finland, and also all the way to the practicalities on how to set up a business in Finland, and what does it take, and what might be a good part to do, learn from others' experience. And these services on our investing side are completely free of charge, so I would encourage you to have a look at them. Secondly, second example I'd like to bring you for consideration is both for our Finnish audience and for you in Poland. Business Finland runs a completely free portal called Expert Search, where we are gathering our network and our knowledge of local partners. So if you're a Finnish company and you're looking and maybe new to Poland as a market, I would encourage you to look at this portal and maybe find help to the practicalities in entering a market. Usually we have quite a comprehensive overview of services, for example, related to doing a market study or opportunity study. There are help network for legal services, maybe tax and reporting, customs issues, depending again on the country, all the way to the sales and marketing partnerships. So please do have a look. And the same encouragement goes to you, Polish friends. If you don't know this portal yet, please have a look and contact our Business Finland Poland office to discuss whether your company would benefit on being featured on this portal, which many Finnish companies are looking at when they are searching for networks abroad. So this is just the tip of the day for you all. And of course, our Finnish audience, I'd like to remind you of our internationalization services. We are present in more than 40 countries, 42 offices at the moment to be precise, and I'm more than happy to provide you this type of expert services wherever you are going. And last but not least, thank you very much for Aktia Forum for organizing, but some of you have already agreed for more of a one-to-one meetings to hear more about the services you could benefit from what comes to the maritime sector in Poland. So if any interest, please feel free to contact my colleague, senior advisor, Mr. Radek Kukula, who is placed in Warsaw. And also you will receive the link to the website where you see more detailed contact information for our presence in Poland. And of course, from the maritime side, I work within the Maritime and Ports team in Business Finland, and I'm more than happy to facilitate in any questions related to the maritime industry and potential cooperation. So please don't hesitate to contact us. And I know our Polish friends have been extremely strict with the time management on a good Polish way. So this ends my presentation, and I would like to thank you very much and wish you all a very sunny and warm and relaxing Finnish midsummer. Thank you very much.
Short presentation, and also for giving us and audience the links to and contact details also to Radek Kukula, who can assist Finnish companies also in Poland, navigate in Poland, and organizing business meetings later on, this probably after summer holidays. And I guess you will be going for summer holidays shortly as well.
Well, I intend to stay a few more weeks and enjoy the summer while I can. But before we end, maybe I would also refer to the feedback survey that is posted on the chat, and would very much like to hear your feedback on this event, but also to learn what type of topics and specifics you would think of us to arrange in the future.
Yes. Okay, thank you very much for underlining that. Yes, feedback questionnaire is very important. So please, to all audience, please fill in the feedback questionnaire after the meeting. Well, I think that's complete our webinar for today. We are almost on time. We are a few minutes late, but I think it was a very interesting discussion. So I hope you forgive me this small delay. I would like to thank all the speakers, Daniel, Wojciech, Adam, for the excellent presentation and also for taking part in the question and answer session. I would like to thank a lot to Business Finland for cooperation, and all the audience for being with us. So, well, have a great summer. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.